she is. She's already ready to go. Look at these guys. What is that one doing up there? Oh man, I missed it. I want to know, like, I don't think the chickens can ever make money. Like, or like, will break even.
Not about that, the chickens are so nice. And the eggs are very natural. Fly, little eagle.
Alright, so we're gonna go with snakes today. Oh, there's a black dragon hanging out. What's up, buddy? You probably want some of that chicken. Does he want to come out?
No. Hello, sir. Isn't it funny how he makes his body into a pancake when you try to touch him?
Oh, yeah, he goes nice and flat. Run.
No.
Just grab him.
Nope.
Still gotta come up for a name for this guy. He's the nameless black dragon. He's super friendly though.
It's like, no, I can see the chickens.
I think he's hungry. In you go. Alright, so today we're going to go over snakes and why I have so many snakes. So the cool thing about snakes, I know a lot of people breed dogs and stuff like that, right? The cool thing about these snakes is they eat 1 rat a week. 1 rat. So they're super, super low maintenance. These are ball pythons. They're from Africa. So in Africa, they actually live in holes in the ground. So they actually feel more secure being in tubs like this, which have a heat panel at the back. This is especially built for these kind of animals, but they are super, super low maintenance. They don't care if you hold them or if you don't hold them. They are the most dimorphic animals out there, which means they have the most color variants of the most different kinds of genes. So a basic ball python is gonna be like 50 bucks. The more higher end stuff can go for like 10 grand. This one here cost me $10,000. He's a pretty snake. He's a little bit feisty. I'm gonna hold him. So that one is, so he is a super orange dream, Enchi firefly, leopard clown male. That's all the different genes that he has inside of him. A regular ball python is just gonna be brown, but when you have all those genes in them, that's what they end up looking. So this one also cost $10,000 when I bought it, not worth $10,000 anymore, because like the more they make of them, the less they're worth. But this one is a clown, it's an orange dream clown pied. So when you breed these together, see how like the white pattern like this? This white pattern is gonna be invisible when they're baby, so it could be called het, which means all of them will carry the gene, but it's not gonna be visible. And then you have to breed them back to each other to get them visible. Hopefully, we'll be able to get some of his genes into her, breed them out, and then get even crazier snakes with the pied gene. That's like, so it just shows you, these are $10,000, that was $10,000 at time of purchase. Obviously, like I said, the prices go down over time. But yeah, some really cool stuff. Like this one here is a lightning pied. I have a lot of pied stuff, as you can tell. I like the white patterns. Plus the pieds like kind of hold good value in the snakes. But this one's a lightning pied, so it's more like grayed out, kind of like a stormtrooper, you know? Yeah, she's about to shed a little bit, that's why she's a little bit more dulled out. But yeah, there's all different kinds of gene variants, and the cool thing is when you breed them, they have like 5 to 12 eggs in a clutch. So we have 7 eggs from the mahogany pied, which is about a $3,000 snake, and then we have 2 eggs from the gargoyle that went to the banana pied male. It's the first time she's bred for me ever. I've had it for a long time. So I think it was like 6 eggs were bad, and we found the eggs last night, and we fed the bad ones off to the monitor lizard. So they get a good little treat full of protein. The cool thing about snakes is like the initial investment is where you have to put your money, but then after that, they'll have 5 to 12 eggs every single year after they're mature, which like takes like 2 to 3 years when they're the right size. And then you grow them and you just keep on going. So it is 1 in the morning, and we just discovered that one of the snakes has laid eggs. She's sitting on the eggs right now. It's the gargoyle het pied, and she was paired to banana pied male. So when they're a het, that means the gene is hidden, so you can't see it. The pied gene adds all the little white squares to the pattern of the snake. So 50% of the babies should be pied, and 50% will be het pied, which means, yeah, the gene is hidden. So what we have to do now is we have to pull the eggs away from her. This is how we do it. We add this stuff called perlite to a container, and then we add water. This is to keep the humidity nice and high in the container. You don't want to have like excess water, you just want to have everything just nice and damp, nice and moist, you know? So get that in there like that, like so. There's a pretty good consistency, honestly, right like that, see? There we go, beautiful. Now what I want to do is this is actually, you get it from Home Depot. It's like a lighting, it's like the thing that protects like lights. This is a lighting fixture thing. So they come in big sheets from Home Depot. Really easy, just cut them up to size. Now the point of this, right, is so that the eggs aren't sitting on the moist perlite, because if they do, then they could get moldy and go bad, and then they won't be no good. Here we go. We have the setup right here. Basic setup ready to go. Let's see what we have. So we haven't pulled her off the eggs yet, so it's gonna be a nice little surprise. It's always fun because you never know how many eggs you've got. One thing that snakes don't like is they don't like being pulled off their eggs, obviously, because why would a mother want to be taken away from their babies, right? So she's gonna get pissed off. Nice and gentle here.
Aww, there's a slug.
She has not laid before, so it looks like we got
a lot of slugs.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is the first time this snake is laid for me. She came from a friend, so the clutch is not looking that great. These ones are slugs, so that means they're bad eggs. They aren't fully developed. We have one egg here that could be good, and then we have one egg here that could be good. Not 100%. So what we can do is we can candle them, which means turn the light off, we can put some light on them, through them, and then see if there's any blood vessels inside, and that will tell us if the snake eggs are good or bad. These eggs here are definitely bad, but we can use these to feed the monitors and give them some nice little snake eggs. All right, so let's check it out. Let's see what we have here. So this one, I'm not really seeing much. Oh, there we go, see? The blood vessel at the top there. So this could be, that's a good formation there. So this could be an okay egg. So we're gonna put this one in our little container here, that way up. Yep, see we have blood vessels. You have to look for the clump. It says, right, that's most of them up there. But I don't know if these are fully formed or not. So we'll see what happens with these two eggs. But there's a possibility that those two eggs are good. They may not be good, but this can happen. So since she hasn't bred for a couple of years, this can happen where they have bad eggs. But it's like a ghost story, right? But hopefully now that she had bad eggs, we'll wait till next season, we'll breed her again. Hopefully we'll have some good eggs. And we also did bring them from Los Angeles to Vegas, right? So there's a big temperature change and everything else. And then we bred them. So there might be like an adjustment, because one of the other snakes did have also a bunch of slugs. But then one of the other snakes, we have light now, had 7 beautiful eggs. But this could be good food. Let's see if the monitor wants to have an egg. Huh? There she goes.
Ugh, gross. Stuff leaking out of it.
Some good protein right there though. That's what they would eat in the wild, you know, scavenge and find eggs. There you go, beautiful, right? See? No waste around here. Oh, she really likes those. She dove for those. Let's see if this guy likes some eggs.
He's gonna flick you with his tail.
So there you go.
He didn't even chew it.
Swallowed it whole, eh? Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, these are not good eggs, so we're not going to have baby snakes. But the good thing is, the monitors are going to get a nice treat full of protein and all that good stuff for them. So it's super healthy. Nothing gets wasted. So now we're going to do some cling wrap on top of the container. Put the lid on, snap the lid on, put it in the incubator, and hopefully those eggs will be good. But there's no way to tell yet. We're going to have to watch in the next few days and then see if they mold over or not. Where's the cling wrap? Cling wrap this on as much as possible. So like I said, like you don't want to leave any breathing holes at all. You want to trap in that moisture. The eggs do not need to breathe. They're eggs. And then we'll see what happens. Lid on, lock it in place. Put it right in there next to the other eggs. And we keep this at 88 degrees. It'll take about 45 days, I think it is. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I'm remembering right now. And then hopefully we'll have babies, but we're gonna keep an eye on these eggs to see if they develop, because I'm not sure. So yeah, these are the different kind of weird ways that you can make money. One of the biggest things though, especially with snake breeding, one thing I like about snake breeding is, especially when it comes to ball pythons, they're not like very smart, I guess. They like living in the hole in the ground. They don't really need a lot of human contact time. Like if you hold them, great. If you don't hold them, they're not gonna be upset about it. Where if you have other animals like mammals, like the sugar gliders that we have, if they are by themselves, they can literally die alone. So these kind of animals do really well by themselves. Since they are also more expensive, the ones that I have, when I sell them, I know that they're gonna go to a better home, because nobody's gonna spend $1,000 to $10,000 on a snake, you know, and then kind of just let it, you know, give it to their little 5-year-old and then hope for the best. Like that's not what these animals are. And then the best thing is too, so what we do to feed all these snakes is we breed our own rats. So what we are going to do is breed the rats. We're gonna sell the leftover rats we have as feeder food or pets to other people in the area, which basically then covers all our costs on the feeding food for the rats, the bedding and everything else. So pretty much the whole thing is a zero cost business. The only expense is the upfront money for the animals. But you can start off like with 3 females and 1 male, breed them, wait 2 years, breed them, and before you know it, you have like 100 snakes. It just takes time, but any business takes time. And then the biggest part to all of this is creating an online presence. Because if you don't have an online presence, nobody's gonna trust your animals, nobody's gonna wanna buy from you. And then of course we have the big reticulated pythons as well. These animals are gonna get bigger upgrades in the next house we're getting. This is the female, this one's the male. We're gonna be breeding them. These guys can have like 30 to 60 eggs. These snakes I got a really good deal on, but these things can be like upwards of $10,000. And we also have a 20-foot female in the garage. You can see she's already getting pretty big. I don't know how big she is. It's gonna be at least probably like 12 foot. She's probably like 80 pounds. So she's a while off from being fully sized because she can get up to like 20, 25 feet. So reticulated pythons are the longest snakes in the world. But yeah, these are more like investment quality animals. They got multiple genes in them. Like this one's a pied with tiger and motley in it. And the male above actually has even more genes in him. So you can imagine once you have babies, the babies are gonna be worth $5,000 each pretty much. And you can have 30 to 60 of them. So quite a lot. And the same thing, they eat rats. When they get bigger, you can obviously feed them bigger prey items like rabbits or pigs. But you know, with the rat situation, you can breed your own rats, so it makes it a lot more cost effective. All right, now you've seen the snakes, I'm gonna show you the rats and how we take care of them. It's a small operation right now, so I'm gonna get better enclosures for the rats, but come check them out. So another thing too, so I have these 2 wallabies, right? So the wallabies, the same thing. The males are $3,500 each, females are $5,500. They'll have like 1 or 2 babies a year. Wallaby food is literally $30, and then you buy like a barrel of hay for like 15 bucks. Lasts them all year. And if you have like nice fresh grass for them to eat, it's pretty much super cheap to keep it. And then they're basically same thing. They're gonna have all these babies and hopefully make some nice little money. And also like nobody buying a wallaby, it's, you know, you're definitely gonna find the right kind of people who are gonna buy that kind of animal. And then also I'm not gonna sell them to anybody that doesn't have all the requirements in place before I sell them. The ducks are getting bigger.
They'll get really big the more that they're out like this.
So like David and Karina and I built this at like what, like 1 or 2 in the morning?
So this is what this looks like, I swear. I had no idea.
Yeah, we built this like super late.
It
looks nice
really
now.
nice. Oh yeah, it looks amazing.
Worst thing is though, we're moving house. So I do not want to be the one who rips this thing down and puts it back together in the other house.
Not me.
I'm not doing it. Sure, I think you could probably pick the whole thing up in one go. Put it on a trailer, right? You think?
Yeah. Oh, wait, no. You can, because remember how it was, how it came? That was like the pallet.
Yeah, this is gonna be an absolute pain in the ass to move. It's gonna be an actual nightmare. All right, let's go look at the rats. This is the rat shed, and also where the wallabies come and hang out. So the little one is in here in the air conditioning, enjoying the air conditioning. And then we have rats. So you can see there's little groups of rats. Again, they are pretty warm in here right now. My friend actually made this rat enclosure, so we have rats in here. They're in groups of like 3 females or 1 males. They have the babies, we grow them up, and then we feed them off to the snakes. Unfortunately, that is the circle of life. Don't get mad at me. They have to eat, and they're not vegetarian, and you can't feed them vegan food. So this is what they eat. This is what you have to do. This is the first enclosure we have for rats, and then we are going to be buying nice, bigger enclosures from Freedom Breeder. They make really, really great rat enclosures where basically you keep the male and the females together, and when the females are pregnant, then you put them in their own little slot. They have the babies, and then you move into a bigger enclosure. You grow them out until they're ready to feed, and then depending on the different snake you have, right? So the ball pythons will eat a medium rat, and the reticulated pythons will eat the large jumbo rats, so you get them as big as you possibly can get them. And then some of the little baby snakes, when they're born, they'll eat like the pinky rat, so they'll eat the babies. But that's how it goes. Do you want a pet rat?
No, I want a pet wallaby.
And then the wallabies, because this shed is air conditioned, and the door is left half open, so the wallabies will run in, like they like steam. We don't lock them in this cage ever. They just seem to like this cage for some reason. So we have this in here with some straw and their little favorite blanket, and they come in and they hang out. And for the big snakes, they eat rabbits, so we'll cut to that right now. So today, I'm gonna show you guys what I feed my giant reticulated python. So this girl is about, I'd say like 20 feet long. She's over 100 pounds. If you guys are thinking about getting a reticulated python, and you're probably wondering, when they're babies, they eat mice, then they transition to rats, and then at some point, you have to move them on to bigger prey items like this, which are frozen rabbits. So these are ethically killed. You can buy them online. I'll link it in the description down below. Don't worry, I'm not over here breeding rabbits and then killing them or anything like that. The snake has to eat. She's a big girl. If you're gonna feed her rats, you're gonna be here all day. You're gonna knock back at least 10 rats or more. She will also eat baby piglets as well. If you live on a farm, or know any farmers, you can always feed them some baby piglets. We're going to feed her rabbits today. So let's open this up. And there she is. She's already ready to go. See, nice and easy. She has a great food response. So a lot of the times as well, these kind of snakes, when they're in their own enclosure, it's like their little home. They feel very content in there. They can be very aggressive. When they come out and they know that there's no food, they'll be way less aggressive. But as you can see, like she's hungry and ready to eat. She's a pretty big snake. I don't want to get bit, but there she is. So then we just want to gently put her back inside. There's her head there, so we don't want to get bit. There you go. Devour that rabbit. Right down there. There we go. Put her back in. Yeah. She's a super big snake. They're all muscle. She eat rabbits. So she'll eat that one. When she's done with that, we have meal number 2 for her.